So, hi everybody and welcome back to C++ tutorial series for absolute beginners. This is video 50 and in this video we continue with our exercise. We stopped with our plan. We already created 2 arrays and now we are on our third array. The third array, it's a little bit more complicated because we will extend our plan because we will create these random numbers, and random numbers can be easy, can be difficult, but we use the very simplified random number, which is not really a random number. It's more like a number which is not the same, because I said to create a real random number, it's not so easy actually. And that's why a number which is not the same is for us random. All right, let's get into it. So here, the third point says product sold amount in 1 month. So I said I want an array with random numbers. All right, cool. We create again an array, very easy, and with random numbers, which means they are full numbers, and that's very interesting to know. Here we can't say we want floated double numbers. Of course we could use them too, but here it makes absolute sense to use an integer, full numbers, because you can only sell full things. You sell one and or you didn't sell anything. Right, this you know what I mean, right? You can't have sell half product or so, something like that. That works not. You get here only full numbers, and that's why integer is our best candidate. So let's use integer here, and integer is again a primitive type. I don't have to write this std : or : at all, and I have just to find a good variable name, and in my case product sold amount. Okay, amount is good, product sold amount. I keep just product sold amount, product sold amount. That's perfect, why not? And I don't think too much. It must be only very descriptive. It is descriptive. When I read this code, it makes sense. I don't think too much about it. And then I make an array, and I'm again too lazy again, and I will use something like this one here. So I use this one. Of course, I forget the assignment operator. And then let's write again the numbers in which we sold. And here we will extend this later, but we will have start numbers. We can use start numbers. So for example, I use the start number 2 for this. And then I write here random numbers in to make it very easy. Very easy for this one. Not very random, but whatever. It will work. So I have my start numbers. This is not very accurate, but it's possible. So I have now an array. I have now the amounts, and I know exactly what this one is because we use the slot later. So slot 0 is slot 0, TV 201, PC 402, because it's all time the slot numbers. Don't forget this. We have not connected them with code. We only use the knowledge that we have the slots, and later we know what is. And let's continue. But we have here a problem, right? We want to create here a random number, and this one, these numbers I wrote in, these are not random numbers. Let's say for the first month, you can write, for example, indeed numbers in. But what is for the second month? Because don't forget, we need this for 12 months. And what we are creating here is 1 month. We have to create later 11 months more. And we will make this with a loop probably. And the nice thing is, this is not changing. This is not changing. But the sold numbers should be changing. But the nice thing is the start point numbers, you can indeed use this one. But in the next iteration, for example, when it loops, these numbers should be changed, which means at this point I can indeed keep this array. I have not to think about it right now. Later I have to think when I make this loop how I'm going to change these numbers. That's nice. Which, with that said, I say thanks, I go on. Let's go to the next point. And then I say I want an array with the calculated prices. So which means I have to calculate now. And what I have to calculate is very easy. I said it already, the product. So first of all, I need the price. The price is in this array. Nice. And then the sold amount is here. And now I need indeed the slots to calculate this, right? I need then 200 one time sold. I get 200 here. Then 400, 2 times sold. I get 800 here for this month. And later I have to think for the other months too how I get this. But right now I make it only for 1 month and I change the code later if I have to change them. So let's make an array. So first of all, which type we use for the array. Important is here. We have here a int, here a float, and that means we can't use a int. Why? Because a float means it can be used something like 999, and when we calculate this, multiply this together, for example, the last one with 10, then we will get anything with 13999, something like that. And if we use our int, we have a problem that will be cut off and the price is not accurate. So we have to use a float again. That's very important. And yeah, with that said, float array, it's done. Now we need again a very nice variable name, and let's earn money in 1 month. That's perhaps not the right name for us. Let's write it here. Calculated price makes more sense. Calculated price. I think that's a little bit more accurate than that what I wrote here on top. Then let's go. And here I have another problem. I can't use my lazy typing in style again, because why not? Because now I have to calculate these prices. For example, for the first month, okay, for the first month I could indeed just calculate it here and wrote them here down. But what happens with the second month and the third month and so on? Because we have later looped this for 11 more months, and I'm too lazy to do this all by hand. So we have indeed to write here this time this array with 10 slots, and then we initialize them again, like I said, with 0, because so that there is no problem later. This can cause problems if they are using random numbers. And with that said, I have find now a way to calculate them and write in. So we have used here a little bit more code. So what can we use actually? How we calculate this, right? So we learned some different ways, and now I have to think actually which way is the best. And I think for this one, I make here a break again, because this will take a little bit time again to calculate all. And in the next video, we will make this. See you there and good luck.